good morning everybody, and welcome to day 5. I think it's day 5, day 6, can't remember, but I'm sure it will say on the title. We've got a bit of a hitch. We hold up in Salamanca at the moment due to Adam's bike, which is here, which is a Kawasaki. The cooling fan has actually burnt out due to a piece of gravel being sucked up or kicked up from the road. It stuck the fan. The fan needed to come on, it couldn't. Instead of blowing the fuse, it's burnt the fan out. There's nowhere in Salamanca that has this part, so what we're going to do is we're going to crack on down to Portugal, down to Gibraltar, and Mrs. Beans is going to organise a part to be available for us down there. Now, the bike is rideable, but we can't really stop with the engine idling for a long time. So what we're going to do, we're just going to sort of take main routes down there. Should still be enjoyable, and we'll take it from there. This is beautiful Salamanca. We've just had the bike checked out by an expert in the Kawasaki dealer just up the street here. He spent quite a bit of time looking at it, and you know what, he wouldn't even take any money for having a look at it. Bikers community, eh? So do tune in later, and we'll see how we're doing with hot temperatures and an overcooked Kawasaki. So we'll see you later, and take care. Bye for now. On the situation so far, we're back on the bikes, and we're now on the main auto route down south of Spain, and we're on our way to Seville. It's almost a 400-kilometre run today, but we don't necessarily have to make it that far. We can stop when we want to, because we've got a contingency day built into the trip, which hopefully we can use to pop into Portugal once we reach Seville. Update on the on my son's motorbike, who's behind me at the moment there. We had it checked out in Salamanca, and just to confirm what we thought it was, it is actually the coolant fan that's burnt out, and according to him is very, very rare. What should happen is if the fan gets stuck, it blows the fuse. That never happened, and unfortunately it burnt out the motor, and nobody has that part in Salamanca apparently. So what we've done is I phoned Mrs. Beans back home in Blighty, and she's getting in touch with a motorcycle dealer down in Gibraltar, and because we're staying there 3 days on a ship, believe it or not, hopefully we can have the unit repaired there. It's not really too big a deal at the moment riding it, because all the time we're riding along like this, it's getting plenty of cooling even from the hot air, and I guess if we hit any towns and hit any traffic jams, it's just a case of shutting the engine off at traffic lights and stuff like that. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. He's not too phased about the whole thing, you know. At the end of the day, it's part of an adventure, I suppose. So we'll keep you updated on stuff like that, so if you're interested. It's a beautiful warm morning here. It's 26 degrees, 26 and a half degrees, and it's 11 o'clock in the morning. It's quite a late start for us, so we probably won't cover the ground what we want to today, and we're expecting temperatures to hit possibly 40 or above down towards the Seville area. So we'll have to watch this space for how we do with that. Inside these big textile clothing suits that we wear, although they're breathable and you can feel the air through them in certain areas, with vents that you can open and stuff like that, you know, it's you still get very, very hot in them, trust me. But unfortunately I don't think there's a great deal what you can do about this heat problem, except stay very hydrated, you know. It sounds like it's a real bind, but believe me, trust me, it's not. It's really it's a fantastic thing to do this, and I really urge anyone with a motorcycle to have a go at it, because it really is great touring on one of these things. The trusty old big beamer hasn't missed a beat yet, touch wood, and I'm sure it's just going to lap these miles up and enjoy it as much as I am. So we'll get back sooner or later. Anything changes en route, and hopefully you'll join us. So stay tuned in and watch Beans on TV. So cheers for now. yeah, so I thought I'd put the camera back on because after quite a few kilometers of very flat dry land, temperatures now up to 31 degrees, at last we're seeing some more mountains approaching. I can see the motorway sort of diving off to the right, and sorry, but diving off to the left even. And I'm hoping we're going to sort of climb up to a higher altitude that may bring the temperature down a little bit, so we'll see. That would be nice to get a bit of undulation and a bit more bend in the road. But all things are going well, and keep an eye on temperatures and stuff like that with the Kawasaki behind me, and I'm sure it'll be fine, but we're monitoring that all the time. So stick with us and join us on our way down to Gibraltar. So that's it for now, and thanks from beans. It's really changed again. It's very typically Spanish now, where the temperature here now is approaching 36 degrees, and as you can see, the terrain is completely scorched, dry, thirsty for water, and any trees, the only ones seem to be these olive groves. And I can understand why there's plenty of olive oil in the shops, because there's just mile after mile after mile of olive trees. I like olives, so perhaps I might better pluck one off of a tree somewhere and try a fresh olive, see what they're like. But yes, it is very eye-catching, really, you know, to see something so different to what you normally see. And every now and then we seem to come across one of these huge bulls. Can you see it? I'm guessing the camera angle allows you to see slightly right, being it's a wide angle setting on there. Don't really travel that fast when I'm touring. We're only doing in miles an hour, a little over 65 miles an hour. Just allows you to actually relax, completely relax, albeit you get there just a tad later, but really in real terms not a lot later, and it's just so nice. And with this big BMW, this front screen is adjustable, and it's up and down, and you can oh, look at that, it's a majestic bull again. Hi. You can put it right down and get a good old face full of fresh air. Open your vents up in your helmet, you know, pull the zip down a tad on your jacket. It's not so bad, it's not a bad life. 35 degrees, ladies and gentlemen, now. And as we approach, and we've still got probably another 300 kilometers to do before we get to Seville, if we get to Seville today. I'm fully expecting that temperature readout to go over 40 today, the way it's climbing. It's only 12:30, and the real heat of the day seems to be around about 3 o'clock, to be honest, and sustains that heat for a good few hours after that. But it is a hot country, that's for sure. I guess, I mean, I can see these mountains approaching. Whether the road turns into them, I don't know at the moment, but if we climb up there a bit, the high altitude does give you a few degrees colder, which is nice. Okay, we'll catch you later. Okay, just turn the camera back on. Now that is what I call a road bridge. That's absolutely colossal, isn't it? Makes you wonder how many man hours goes into something like that. Incredible. Guess it wasn't permissible to take the road down there, then back up again. Wow, absolutely incredible. Anyway, this clip of the video is sort of, let's have a quick look. It's 1:45 in the afternoon, and we've got a temperature of 36 degrees. Lovely hot sunny weather. Dry. We've just stopped to get a bit of lunch and a nice drink. so we're all refreshed and we're ready for the afternoon session. And I think it's a perfect opportunity to have a closer look at the weather. Ladies and gentlemen, an area of high pressure will dominate the airspace of Spain, so don't put away your what load of rubbish. Gonna have to cut this bit out. What I wanted to say is, do put away your umbrellas, because there's going to be no rain for ages and ages and ages. Sometimes my tongue gets so twisted, it can't keep up with what my brain's thinking, I think. Anyway, I guess that's just one of the pitfalls of getting older. Maybe you'll join me later. It's actually gone now, but I wanted to try and get on camera is this mirage effect on the motorway. When the angles are correct, it's really quite strange. You know, we all see these little shimmery things on the road when it's hot, but if you can get a really long stretch of tarmac, it looks like the motorway just disappears into the sky. It's quite beautiful, but unfortunately it takes quite a bit of time to turn the camera on via Bluetooth, because I shut it down between shots, because it just uses battery power if you're on standby. So that's what I do to conserve the battery now. But hopefully I can try and catch one for you, because it's really quite strange. It's a real full-on effect. And Beans Productions is all about special effects. Just leave the camera on for a second and see if there's anything doing around this corner as the road goes down or goes up. 37.5 degrees now. It's like a portable weather station, this bike. And a big shout out goes to Richie Vida, who's one of my favourite vloggers on the YouTube at the moment with bikes. Currently he's out in Norway having the time of his life. I have seen a few photos and it looks absolutely exquisite. I can't remember the name of the place where he's at the moment, but it kind of looks like he's in Barbados with pure white sands and turquoise seas. So I'll have a closer look at that when we get back home, and look forward to your video footage, Rich. So have a lovely time, mate, out there, and talk to you when you return home. And this particular trip that we're doing this summer is also largely to do with the Northern Vlogger as well. You know, he really inspired me doing the trip that he did, and which is actually this trip that we're doing, just a little bit slower, I'd say, but it actually hits home to me how what a mammoth task he took on, particularly to do it on your own, and I do believe he just did it in 2 hits. It was absolutely astonishing what he achieved there. That's a lot of hours in the saddle, and when you see it as a series of little vlogs on YouTube, you don't actually grasp how many hundreds of kilometers there are, even perhaps in between shots. So well done to you, Northern Vlogger. A real task undertaken there, and done very well with the vlogs that you do. I can see that it was a well-deserved break once you got down to Malaga, and those lovely little specials you've done with Porto Banús and Gibraltar and Ronda. And in actual fact, we're planning on going to Ronda to have a little look at that. That looks quite exquisite. So big shout out to the Northern Vlogger. Another chap that I follow quite a bit is the Missenden Flyer. Mr. Missenden Flyer, if you happen to be watching this vlog at all, get on your big Beamer, which incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly the same as this machine that I'm on. Same model. Jump on it, mate, and get yourself down here, because this really is the machine for the job. I'm sitting currently just you know, this side of 70 miles an hour. and it seems to be just humming along. You know, it seems to be a lovely speed for it. Obviously very capable of doing much greater speeds, but for comfort and to listen to that engine at this speed is fantastic. I normally run an Akrapovic N-can on the end of this, which is lovely. It gives a little bit louder sound, a bit of a deeper note, a nice little D-throttle splutter, if you like. But for these trips, as I said before, I like to run the standard can on the back, just to be a little bit more respectful in some of the little sleepy towns and villages that we happen to go through. So I'm just going to turn the camera off for just now. I think there's a little bit of concentration coming up with a split on the motorway, so we'll catch up with you soon. Cheers for now. Now, welcome back to Beans on a Bike. Thought I'd just give you another quick update. I think I'm going to start calling it Beans on a fan-assisted oven. The temperature just rocketed up there to 38.5 degrees, and we're about 1.5 hours north out of Seville at the moment. Temperatures really are blistering today, and I'm sure as we get close to Seville, the temperature should knock on over 40 degrees. Probably not today, but definitely tomorrow. The time now is 7 minutes to 4, 7 minutes to 3 UK time, and just the temperatures. I don't know if you can just I'll try and see if I can poke the head a bit closer, but if you look on the extreme bottom right hand side of the display, it should say 38.5 degrees. Unbelievable. And if you were standing around in that just with a pair of shorts on, you'd just burn to a crisp in no time, I should think. You'd think you get some relief from the wind, but not really. It just sort of reinforces the heat, because it actually is a hot wind. Hot wind. So there we have a temperature report for you. That's all for now. And just ahead, ladies and gentlemen, it's just gone down to 37.5 degrees, just plummeted, but you can just see the mirage effect with the two cars disappearing in the sky. You see that? The road just goes to nowhere, but it actually is a straight road with the mirage effect. One of the many wonders of the world. That's all for now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it here first. 40 degrees. 40 degrees, it's just hit. And what's really spooky is that it's actually 5:10 in the afternoon. Now, we are, let's have a quick look. We're 40 minutes north of Seville. So that could be something to do with it. I know Seville is very hot, but it just flicked onto 40 degrees there, and it's unbelievable. Surprising anything grows around here, really. Anyway, you've seen it here first, and we'll catch you later. Welcome back. We're not very far from Seville now. Seville, we're 24 minutes away from Seville. We're just climbing quite a steep part of the auto route, and we're just about to enter what they call the viaduct. Some of these viaducts can be really long, some of them can be really short, so let's just have a little look and see what we've got here. Take us down to 80 kilometers an hour to enter the tunnel, so we can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also, if you look on the gauge there, it's also 40.5 degrees at 5:30 in the afternoon. So Andalusia lives up to its name. Very slow vehicle in the near side lane. Struggling with a hill, I should think. So the temperature's dropped 0.5 of a degree. 1 degree. beautiful is this construction? Amazing. Okay, we'll get back to you very shortly. We'll just take you over the brow of this hill here and we'll see what we can see, because we're just about to enter somewhere, and we're getting signs for Portugal already there, so that's interesting. But perhaps we'll go there tomorrow. I'm actually trying to look for the sign saying welcome to Andalusia, but maybe it's a little while away, so I'll turn you off for just now and we'll come back very soon. Cheers for now. Okay, another temperature check. It's 42.5 degrees at 6:05 in the afternoon. Just never ceases to astonish me, to be honest. I'd expect that sort of temperature really at sort of midsummer day, you know. It's unbelievable at 2 o'clock. It's constant between 40 and 42 degrees. Going along the tarmac here. And what are we? We're 9 minutes from Seville. So I would imagine the temperature here today in the afternoon must have been 45, 46, maybe more, I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Okay. So we'll get back to you soon. Stay tuned and watch out for more weather bulletins.